Shalom, shalom. My name is Nadawa. First off, I would like to give praises to Yahawashi. And today's lesson will be on being a true friend / sister in the Most High. This is going to be, it's going to get kind of thick, but we all as sisters is going to get through it together. Now, let's get to it. There is one word that makes us sisters roll our eyes almost as much as the word polygamy does. And that's sisterhood. I get it. I really do. From time to time in my walk, there's been times that I was not into being a sisterhood, being sisters, friends, and to share a little bit about myself before I got into this truth. I was like a pimptress. I used to hoe out my sisters. So I kind of like seeing all women as being deceitful and liars. And then the Most High started dealing with me, and he humbled me to the point where I was ready to, like, try to be a sister and have a sister, But to my surprise, when I, started putting myself out there to be a sister and to meet new sisters, they, excuse my French, but they were just like my, the women, the hoes I dealt with. The only difference was that they had their head wrapped and they wore dresses, and I couldn't smack them when they disrespected me. I'm not saying that to be funny or nothing. I'm saying that because I'm just being honest. I'm not proud of who I was, but I came a long way. Of course, I don't think like that anymore, but I had to get to this point where I had to look past that, because it took a minute. It took a minute for me to get to the point where I didn't think they were all evil, And then when I got to past the point that they're all evil, I had to get back past the point where I used to like cry because it used to hurt my feelings, because I was humbled. Like, people I'm like, man, you a little punk now. You there, man, you just didn't care. Like, I'm telling you, like, me is night and day now. Like, I used to be like, I'm telling you, it's totally night and day. And now I'm sitting there like boo-hooing to my husband, like, and I don't mean like that Denzel Washington tear from Glory. I mean like when Celie seen Nettie in the color purple. That's how I used to cry. Why? I be giving them rides. I make them jury. I do all I can for them mugs, and then they still be acting funny towards me. My feelings used to be, I just couldn't understand it. I'm like, man, fuck these bugs, man. I smack them bugs. I mean, I'm telling you, I used to be back and forth, like, for real. Like, I used to be to the point where half of them didn't even know they was about to get hit. I was that angry. But it was like, that's just was how I used to do. I would cry to anybody. New sisters, I'd be like, hey, my name is such and such, and I'd be like, man, I don't really want to get to know a new sister, because every time I get to know a new sister, excuse me, My brothers, man, what y'all gonna get? And it was even worse because I was the only sister in the camp at the time. So it was real bad. So let me tell you how the Most High told me to shut the shut the hell up. Excuse my language, but that's blatantly what he said to me through scriptures. I got cut. So I was doing a little studying. I got my little apocrypha. I'm reading through it. So I stumbled across Sirach 20 and 16. And let me tell you what I'll read it to you. It said, the fool saith, I have no friends. I have no thanks for all my good deeds, and they that eat my bread speak evil of me. And then let me just tell you this immediately. Let me tell you what happened. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing evil even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and the joints and the marrow, and is a discerner of all the thoughts and the intents of the heart. It hurt me so bad. I was sitting there like, wait. It took me a couple of days. Like I was quiet for a couple of days. I was like, am I a fool, Lord? Then it took some wisdom, and I realized it's like, if the bread that I give to them, everything that I do, I'm supposed to do it for the Most High. Okay? So why am I speaking about that? That's vain. I'm not supposed to be doing giving things for doing things for sisters, let alone mentioning it for people to feel sorry for me. And I didn't, it's like, wow. It was, I'm telling you, it was humbling, because it's like, how can you say you don't have a friend? Like, your friends, the Most High is your friend. You supposed to confess your sins to him anyway. He's your friend. Because you can have the best friend in the whole wide world. She can give you $1 billion. But when it's time to get into the gates, can she open that gate for you, sis? No. So I was a fool for saying that I didn't have a friend. I was a fool to say that I give people things and they talk bad of me. Because when the gift that I give to that sister is between the Most High, and how what I give to that sister, that gift and that sister is between her and the Most High. So if she don't like it, he's gonna deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a lot of building. I changed. It's like something. It's like people have life-changing events in their life, and that was a life-changing event for me. I stopped saying that. Like, I did get, like, things happen where it's hurtful, but then I came right to that scripture, and that's all that's all the refresher I needed to know to re-examine myself. So let's get to a little bit into this lesson. Now, when truly trying to find sisterhood, that shows that we need to examine ourselves. Sometimes it's not everybody else, sis. Sometimes it's you. it's a, it's a difference between, for example, like godly correction and you unbraiding your friend slash sister. For example, like the definition of unbraiding is to find fault with someone or to scold them. Let's go to Sirach 22 and 20. 22 and 20. Whoso casteth a stone at the birds frayeth them away. That's why I love about scriptures, because that parable is like, it's, you get it, you can see it. A group of birds are right there. I throw a stone, boom, they're gonna fly away, right? And he that unbraideth his friend breaketh a friendship. So, like, if you scold a friend, like, say for instance, your friend, she could be like, it's a y'all hang around with sisters, and she's a Hebrew song come on, and she doing a robot. The Lord loves me. Sis, why are you up there dancing like that in front of all these people, and people husbands are around? But it's in front of everybody. She gonna look at you like, sis, relax. Like, I'm not doing nothing but moving my hands. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't do. That's not something that. Now, some sisters, now let me tell you, some people mix up that cry aloud, spare not. I'm going to show Israel they sins. They think that showing that crying loud and sparing not is the same thing, is different than unbraiding. No, because like crying loud and sparing not. Now, if y'all at a feast day, and if you leave the room and you come back and a whole group of sisters is twerking to the ground, okay, then you can, that correction, you can cry loud and spare not. That's that open rebuke. Then you can do that. But if your sister is, your friend, this is your friend you talking about, how you expect to keep a friend if you doing stuff like that, So like I said, if you unbraiding your friend, scolding her, that's not righteous. And that's something that can destroy a friendship. That's actually one of the things that can destroy a friendship. Let's go into things that us sisters do or can do to destroy a sisterhood, your sisterhood. That's Sirach 22 and 22. So let's go there. If thou hast opened thy mouth against thy friend, so if you came, sis, your dress is kind of low, sis. I can see a little bit of your back. Well, let's stop right there. Fear not, for there may be reconciliation. So she like, well, my husband say it's cool. Oh, okay, well, I won't try to be funny. I'm just making sure that we blameless, sis. Like, okay, well, that's fine. Well, thank you for making sure that I'm on point. Y'all reconcile. We see where y'all at right now, right? Except for unbraiding or pride or disclosing of secrets or a treacherous wound, for these things every friend will depart. So things that will make a sister depart are unbraiding, which is scolding them; pride, thinking that you're better than that sister; disclosing secrets, running your mouth, telling her secrets; or treacherous wounds, or betraying her trust. Because friends slash sisters are supposed to make each other stronger, sharpen each other in the biblical sense. Let's go to let's bring out Proverbs 27:17 to bring that out. Proverbs 27 and 17. We can turn there together. And if you got your phone, you can wait. 27 and 17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So iron sharpeneth iron is like, if you see your sister, you know she needs help or she's slacking in something, you pray for her. Vice versa. Or your sister might be struggling in 1 month, whether it be spiritually, you can talk to her, pray for her, financially, anything. If you can be there for her, be there for her. And then when the time comes around, you need that help, your sister's going to be there for you. Precept for that is in Sirach 22 and 21, which reads, though thou drewest a sword at thy friend, yet despair not, for there may be a returning a favor. So thou she may cut you with some scriptures. Don't despair not, because she's gonna, she's gonna sharpen you too. Let me say this, because some sisters out there, hold up, this down real quick. Some sisters out there will look at that as, they'll be like, oh, she cut me. I can't wait for her to do something bad, because I'm going to cut her too. Then that's going to make you a scornful woman. And you're not wise. You know what? Let's bring out Proverbs 9, 8 through 9 real quick. Let me show you what you are if you're thinking those thoughts. Reprove not a scorner. A scornful woman is a woman that reacts angrily to something. Least he hate thee. So if she ain't your friend, she's gonna hate you for cutting her with scriptures. Sis, you know if you cannot, sis, you know that if you can't wear your cleavage out like that. You know we're supposed to be having modest apparel, sis. Why you know that? I guess so. I can't wait. Let her. She were one thing, but her justice gonna be like, yeah, she's right. I shouldn't be out here like that. I don't know what I was thinking. So least he hate thee, rebuke a wise man, and he will love thee. So you're a righteous sister gonna be like, yes, sis, please, thank you so much for holding me accountable, because I do be needing help at this. I'm just learning. I didn't know that was too low. I just thought that, if as long as you didn't see like a full cleavage, I thought a little slit up here was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, sis, I mean, that could be, I just want you to be blameless. Thank you, sis, because I know if you didn't love me, you won't correct me. And it's not coming through a malicious place. That's what sisterhood is about. If you're a scornful woman, you're gonna hate correction. Every time someone corrects you, you're either gonna secretly get mad, or you're gonna be like, no, that don't apply to me. How did it don't apply to you? Or you can give out all the correction in the world, but when it comes to you, the Most High made a license for you to do what you want to do. It don't work like that. So let's go over here. And then we got Sirach. We brought out Sirach 22 and did we bring out Sirach 22 and 1? Yep, we brought out 22 and 1. Okay, yeah. The cuts from your friend, so your cuts from your friends are more righteous than the kisses from your fake friends that lie and tell you anything for their own personal gain, or just for any apparent reason. They just hear they self-talk like, A godly sister, like I said, she's gonna tell you, you know, sis, you don't need to show your body like that. Like, you can still cover up and still be beautiful. One of those fake friends gonna be like, sis, you got a beautiful shape. Like, it's video vixen shape like you, sis. It's nothing wrong with you showing your body. It's nothing wrong with you, you know, showing off your curves, and you can show a little bit of skin, and you can. What's wrong with you showing your, you know, whatever? That's what one of your fake friend is gonna tell you. But Proverbs 27:6 warns you against this type of friends. So Proverbs 27:6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. So them wounds that you'll get, like them cuts that the cuts you'll get, like, sis, you don't, why you, and then you come around your real friend. I'm like, sis, why are you dressed like that? Like, you don't need to show your body like that. Like, you are beautiful. You don't need to do that. And then here's your fake friend. She just jealous of you because you. And then if you listen to those deceitful kisses, you gonna miss out on a righteous friend. And then that friend that you thought that was your real friend, the Most High is gonna show you how her real intentions towards you. And it's, you know, that's just pray He has mercy on you from there. All right, so we brought that out. So let's talk more about how to find a righteous sister while not being cold to every sister you meet. Okay? Because you can't find a sister, you can't have a sisterhood if you're being mean to every sister. Like, if you being cold, like, man, I don't know these girls. When you around other sisters, man, I don't know these mugs. They probably doggone fake as, you know, I don't. But for real, it's a epidemic going around within the sisters in Israel. And I use the word epidemic on purpose, because it's a disease going around within the women of Israel, and it's called not getting along. It's to a newcomer in Israel, a sister that's new, that's don't know the culture, that don't know, it'll take your breath away. I'm gonna share this story with you real quick. I went to a Passover some years ago. Now, this was a big Passover that I've been to with a lot of camps. Now, this was a year my family was tripping against me, against my beliefs. They asked me if I'm a Muslim. It was just a bad year. It was a terrible year for me, outside of truth. So when my husband was like, yeah, we're going to go to a big Passover. There's going to be other camps there. I was elated. I was excited. I was so happy because I was like, finally, I'm about to be around other sisters that's like-minded with me. And, you know, I found out some of them was my friends on Facebook. I was so excited. So to the point that I was nearly in tears every time I thought about it. I'm like, finally, I'm going to be around some sisters. It's going to be great. To make a long story short, so we, you know, I think the first day was, I think it was like a meet and greet. So we get there. As soon as we get there, the brothers come in. They dapper my husband. Shalom, brother. How you do? Yahawashi, Barakatah. You know, they're saluting each other. They taking pictures, bro. How you doing, brother? So I'm sitting there bracing myself like, oh my God, they about to come and they about to come hug me. And I look around, I'm like, and I look, and the sisters are like, or they look up and they're like, talking much. I could not believe it. I was so shocked. And I'm the only sister in my camp, so I was just like, oh my God. gosh, like I didn't know what to really think. Now the next day giving, it was a little bit better. It was a little bit better, but it was sad. It was like really sad because I thought it was elders there, and it won't. You know, it was like I was thinking like we were. I held our sisters at a higher standard. You know, and I was still like kind of new at this. It was like I was just shocked, and um, I just feel like we as sisters, we need to do better. Like we need to come together and do something. Is got to change because if not, everybody, oh, the man ain't nothing. The men turn the women from truth, and the men doing no. I'm gonna tell you the 100% truth. We are turning the sisters away from the truth. We're doing it. Not the brothers, we are. And all of us have had some type of part of either taking a sister's zeal away or turning a sister away from the truth. And guess what? Even if you don't care about that, one day when we get up in front of that creator, we're going to have to answer for that, sis. So we need to come together and try to lift each other up again. Because we didn't always was like this. Our foremothers won't like this. Like, we just need to do better. But hopefully with this video, on a positive note, we can, try to, someone can take something from this lesson and we can do the forward. We can start just passing it forward. Like, yeah, like I'm going to start greeting my sister, greeting the sisters. I'm going to start doing something to make it more personable and not just always competing with each other all the time or, shaming each other all the time, but help to lift each other up. Because everybody out here thinks you a Muslim anyway, sis. They think you in the cult anyway, sis. They think your husband beat you anyway, sis, because you want to be submissive to your husband. They think everything negative about you anyway. So why treat your sister like crap? Something to think about. So back to the lesson. Sisterhood. Bonding